little bit of a fight, if I do say so myself. Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. Last time, we met Genie of the Lamp, and finally got to the Cave of Wonders, not after fighting it. So you know what, I had to use a cottage real quick between recording sessions because that was a fight. So now, we are finally exploring the Cave of Wonders, finally. The Cave of Wonders itself is... I guess for first time people, if you're playing the game, can be a little bit annoying, could be a little bit of a nuisance. I remember the first time I've actually explored the Cave of Wonders, and really, honestly, got a little bit lost. I mean, it's not as straightforward as you think, because, you know, game design doesn't really tell you to be like, oh, hey, you could fall down here, or you gotta go to the lower levels first before you progress forward. That's essentially what you kind of have to do, I want to say, exploring the Cave of Wonders. So it's actually a good idea that I actually got hit down here because I want to be down here anyway. Perfect. Hi. Thanks, you fat bandit. I almost said another word that I didn't want to really say right now, but we need Aladdin to actually traverse the underground area of the Cave of Wonders. In fact, I think when you first enter the Cave of Wonders, there are stairs going down to the bottom levels of the chambers and whatnot, and there's a lot of treasure chests down here and everything, but the game is encouraging you to actually explore down here first before exploring the upper levels. Now, kid me, didn't even think about exploring this area first because I didn't want to go down here until I progressed to a certain point in the game or in the area and couldn't go forward. So what you really want to do down here in the bottom of the Cave of Wonders, I almost said Chamber of Secrets. I don't know why I said Chamber of Secrets. I'm thinking of like Harry Potter or something like that. I don't know. But what you really want to do here is look for a pillar. I think you want to look for the silent chamber, silent room, silent chamber, one of the two things. Or is it the hidden room? I can't really quite remember. But you want to look for one of those two rooms. There's a giant little pillar that you have to knock down in order to progress further with the story. But it is actually well worth your time to actually explore the lower level of the Cave of Wonders before continuing up on the level. Not to say that there's not much above on the upper levels too. There's just more. I want to say there's just more for you to explore at the lower levels. So we're just gonna take this time really to just explore the lower levels, the Cave of Wonders, and just, yeah, do our thing, you know. Oh, we get ourselves a nice torn page. Cool, one of first of many, so I guess that's what we're going to be doing once we're done with Agrabah. Hooray! Oh boy, we get to go have some fun, story time fun. I can't wait. I can't wait. It's not really bad. Actually, the 100 Acre Wood has a lot of good rewards and whatnot, which I will be explaining much later when I get the time, you know. There's also a Blue Trinity down here, which we're gonna need Goofy for. I don't know why I switched them to Aladdin. I should have had Goofy out for the time being. We will be putting Aladdin back in the party for just a little bit. I think Donald's gonna take a seat for the time being because I don't really want to have Donald. I mean, I can heal myself pretty much fine, but I think it's time we have Goofy in our party, give him a little bit of chance to shine, you know, because Goofy hasn't really explored much of Agrabah. Unlike Donald has, at least Donald has explored the first half of Agrabah. Why not we get Goofy to explore the second half with us? Because we're pretty much wrapping up. Really, all we gotta do left for this episode, I think in this episode we're actually gonna take down Jafar too, so again, I record these videos like a month in advance and then I do the commentary like later, so it's pretty kind of hard. That is not a sentence, I would say. It's kind of difficult to really just make sure, you know, what's coming up next. And I have about, like, just to peek behind the curtain a little bit, I have about, like, 48 episodes of Kingdom Hearts recorded on my computer, just saved up. So you guys are going to be getting 48 whole episodes, 48 or 49 episodes of Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. And this is only episode 16, so we got a little bit of ways to go. And my upload schedule is kind of, I'm not really on a schedule per se. I just do it whenever I have the time, because it's more fun. So again, I apologize for like those slow video delays. I'm also, you know, I got jobs, you know, I got work to do. I got You know, I'm constantly working. I'm technically working 2 jobs in order to even upload, you know, so I'm trying to have the time to myself, when I have the place to myself for a little bit, because, you know, I like to record when it's nice and quiet and no one's here. I can be as loud as I want and not disturb anybody, you know? But yeah, it's normally that. I have been thinking about, and this is just for some future videos. I don't know if I'm going to do it in this episode. For later videos of Kingdom Hearts, but I have been thinking about, instead of just doing commentary, we'll just do sometimes commentary, sometimes no commentary. You could put me on in the background for background noise and whatnot, you know, and do that. That way, you know, and basically do video guides. I want to do no commentary video guides, but sometimes if the gameplay does require commentary, I will use my voice. Other times, it's a mix. I don't know what I want yet. Not too sure. It depends on how I'm feeling. It depends, you know. Anyway, but that's not here or there. That's still like for future videos, I guess, that I want to do. Just so I can have a consistent, not consistent, but maybe like upload time. I think I'm lost in the recording. It looks like I'm kind of lost. I feel like I'm lost. I don't know where I'm going. Like, I have an idea of where I need to go, but it's like I know I can get to the room that I need to get to from below. It's just a lot of me going back and forth. So again, forgive me if you are looking at me trying to figure out where I need to go. I think I figured it out right here. Pretty sure I figured it out. Yep, this is the room. This is the silent chamber. We need to be in here to activate the next set of cutscenes, or the cutscene chamber. If we didn't hit this pillar right here, the way to the main entrance to where the boss fight is, this room right here, would not be open.
My first wish, Genie. Show me the keyhole.
Now, why did he get so upset in that cutscene? It's so weird. I'm looking back at it, and it's weird. He's like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Like, yo... What do we, like, why did he get so upset? It's weird. Alright, so now we're done with this room. Actually, we're completely done with this room. We can come back here soon. We're just not going to be back here for a little bit of time, you know? I mean, there's not really much for me to do down here. You need more abilities and stuff. So now we're getting the chance to go on to the upper levels, fighting other enemies, and trying not to get smacked by the fat bandits and whatnot. But who knows at this point? Who knows? I do believe actually the hazards within the Cave of Wonders can help defeat the Heartless, like the boulders and stuff. They do chip damage. I want to say chip damage, and the water can hurt too. And let's not get knocked down. Oh my god, that was kind of close. That was kind of close. I'm playing with fire right now. Honestly, I really shouldn't really even be fighting the enemies. I should just be focusing on getting out of here. But you know, I see a treasure chest. I gotta go get it. I gotta go fight the enemies. I gotta gain the experience. And it's like, you know, you can't open chests when you're in combat, so it's kind of annoying. At the same time, it's like, what are you gonna do? All I want to do is just open this chest right here. That's all I want to do. Please, let me open the chest. Please, thank you. I see another one over there too, which I'm gonna get. Ooh, an elixir. That could be helpful. We're getting to the point of the game where elixirs are gonna start becoming very important. Elixirs and mega elixirs. I mean, it's in the middle of the game, so the middle of the game is gonna start increasing in difficulty, and so potions and high potions, while they're still helpful, not gonna be helpful for late game. You know, they could be useful, but we're at that point in the game, or we're getting to the point in the game where, you know, a potion is only going to heal so much, and we're going to get but so strong, so you might want to start carrying some elixirs, because the way how I'm going to be using magic coming up soon is going to be ridiculous.
This should help.
nice little cottage. Okay. There are Dalmatians here, too. Actually, I see a chest over there. I think that chest down there, if Aladdin would get out of the way, thank you. That chest down there might have some Dalmatians for me. Now, you're supposed to come back here with abilities, but you can kind of cheese it, you know, if you know Kingdom Hearts well. You can. Oh, I was wrong. It is not Dalmatians, but I do know Dalmatians are in the Cave of Wonders. But that chest had an elixir. But again, if you do know Kingdom Hearts 1 well enough with the platforming, you can get some of these chests really early, way earlier than intended, which I kind of like. You know, again, the first time I played this, I kind of was like, I can't reach it. I'm gonna go ahead and come back when I have different abilities, which is, again, what you're supposed to do. But, you know, a veteran, if you're a veteran within the Kingdom Hearts 1 gaming space, or if you're a veteran of KH1 at all, you know exactly what to do, which is great. Alright, so now these guys are starting to become a little bit annoying, but it's okay. There's a save point in the next room up ahead, so I don't know why I just decided to, like, not, you know, go to the save point and just go ahead and fight the enemy, but why not? So anyway, here we are. Alright, so now there's like a little trinity here. There's trinities that we can use. I think this is the last, not the very last trinity in Agrabah, but I think this is one of the trinities we need. And also, you don't really need to use Aladdin for some of the stuff here. What you can do is grab Aladdin just so you can get on top of the gold pile here and get yourself the chest, but you can just kind of jump on the gold pile here, which I'm trying to figure that out right now. Mythro Shard, nice, nice, nice. Puppies! Hey, alright, that's what I'm talking about. That's what we like to see. We love the puppies. It might be time to do another Dalmatian visit soon. Ooh, and a defense up. That defense up is definitely going to go on Sora. Remember, any stat boosts and upgrades go to Sora because you cannot control any of the main characters. And now, for that chest over there, you have to use Aladdin in order to get a boot, in order to call you over to that platform. Alright, and that should be it. Now, when we're finished the world, in this world, there are white mushrooms that actually need the spell gravity, so we're gonna be coming back here much later, but for now,
boy again,
we're okay.
He is more persistent than I expected. Why not explain the situation to that boy Riku? Doing so may actually prove useful to our...
Wait a second.
It's
Are
funny.
You Maleficent?
Jafar,
Not even a
let
response.
Jasmine
Dang,
go!
Maleficent, you're cold. I was gonna say, it's funny how Maleficent was looking in our direction, but didn't even give Jafar any of a notice that we were coming. And the only way how he figured out we were here is the footsteps of the water.
But you fools won't live to see what lies beyond it. Genie, my second wish, crush them!
Genie, no!
Sorry, Al. The one with the lamp calls the shots. I don't have a choice.
He doesn't have a choice, he says. Uh-oh. Alright, boss fight with Jafar. Title card's gonna be up there as the time of me doing the commentary. I have not had it edited in yet, so, but for right now, title card's gonna be up there. Jafar uses a lot of magic. I will say, the best way to get Jafar into, like, a loop is to, like, do the little 1-2 combo that I'm doing right now. Genie will also kinda help you out in this fight, if I'm being real. Mostly Jafar does a little bit of running all the time. He does have a lot of magic. The one thing I like to do is kind of get close to him, do a little 1-2 hit combo, try to get him into a little loop. That way I don't want to do a finisher, because if I do a finisher, he's going to fly away. Jafar is going to have a lot of different magic to push you away. The worst one that's going to hurt you and your party the most is the Blizzard attack, which we just saw a little bit earlier. That Blizzard attack, if you're stuck in the middle, will wipe your party clean, especially on Proud Mode. Trust me. Trust me. That was the worst. Genie is also very hesitant to hit you. Genie's very hesitant to hit you. However, if you do fight Jafar, he will actually cheer you on. However, if Genie does hit your party member, so like in this case, he hit Aladdin, Aladdin's going to be able to drop like a little bit of HP balls or money, one of the two. I think it's HP though. So Genie does kind of feel bad about hitting you. Another thing, Jafar does have certain magic that he likes to use. So like I said, he uses Blizzard. Right now he's using a little bit of fire to try and attack us, and he unfortunately got a clean hit on me, but I don't care. Mostly, it's like a game of cat and mouse with Jafar. He likes to run away a lot and let Genie do all the dirty work until we're all separated. I think also Genie, if Genie hits you, excuse me. If Genie hits you, MP Ball's gonna drop out. Goofy got hit, knocked out. Dang, Goofy, I didn't even realize his HP was that low. Also, Jafar with the snipe, with the thunder. That is crazy. That is some range. That is some range Jafar got. Genie will also drop MP balls if he hits your party. HP or MP balls, one of the two. So, he does give warnings, as you can hear Genie saying right now, I need you to run away, get away from me, don't hit me, I don't want to hurt you, I'm really sorry about this run, so thanks for the, you know, the call-outs, Genie, I appreciate it. Oh, he also drops money, thank you. Genie's very helpful. But what the game with Jafar is, he likes to hit and run. As soon as you get close to him, he just starts spamming a lot of unnecessary magic at you, and it's just not fun. It's kind of slow going, but if you can get Jafar into a loop without having him run away so far, doing this cat and mouse game, you'll be okay. Unfortunately, I kind of got into a very bad habit where he's just running away from me, and I'm just trying to make sure that he stays near me. I didn't want to do a combo finisher there, but unfortunately, he left me no choice. So I really had to do it. I really had to sit down and just let Jafar, you know, do the day, you know? No. Oh my goodness. Had to adjust my chair real quick. I'm sorry. The chair I'm sitting in is kind of old anyway while I'm doing commentary. It's hard to comment. Yeah, here's this Blizzard attack. It's dangerous. I'm telling you, this Blizzard attack is very dangerous, but, you know, can we just finish him? I don't have enough MP. Oh, please, let me just finish it. There we go. Air combo plus and a lucky strike for Goofy, and Aladdin also leveled up. I wasn't really paying attention, but we got lucky strike for Goofy. That's what we really want. That's what we really want. We want that lucky strike. Obtain the power of ice. Blizzard has been upgraded to Blizzara. Alright, we got another tier of magic. Now that fight kind of took us out of it. Like, Goofy's at 1 HP, Aladdin's at 7, and that's not good. So I think we can heal. We can take this opportunity to a little bit heal, you know, heal, save, do whatever you want, get your MP back, because the next fight's gonna be, you know, not that bad, but we got Air Combo Plus. Air Combo Plus extends the aerial combo for Sora that Sora does in the air. Lucky Strike. If you play Kingdom Hearts 2, Lucky makes it real easy to have rare materials drop. Now, you know. So now we have Lucky Strike for Aladdin, and then Lucky Strike for Goofy. That just means that, hey, guess what? I guess it's more, what I'm trying to say is, more rare materials will drop for Goofy and the party. So it's imperative to have Goofy in your party if you definitely want to start farming for rare materials. I know I've been saying it a lot. I've been making a note of it to start farming for rare materials now. This is the point of the game that the game's going to open up. Once you finish Agrabah, we're going to learn Green Trinity, spoiler alert. But once we learn Green Trinity, we can actually finally access the synthesis shop, and we can synthesize some items. And yeah, Lucky Strike is going to be very helpful with the synth grinding. So, be on the lookout for that.
Genie, my final wish. I want you to make me an all-powerful genie.
I'm just now looking at, like, what is Jafar wearing? I know that's not his neck. I know it has to be like his cloth or something, but that can't be Jafar's neck. That blonde piece of texture, I would say. That's not his neck. I'm so confused by it. Anyway, giant crater in the hole. I do not know the official area name for this. I think it's called the crater or something like that. I think. Or the core, one of the two. I'm not entirely sure because I don't remember what it's called. The game never really gives you an official name of what it is. If you can go into the game's code, you'll be able to figure it out. But I kind of like the crater a little bit more. Anyway, this is Genie Jafar. He's a little bit of a pushover. Not gonna lie, he's not really much of a boss fight. The only thing you're doing is smacking the lamp that Iago has. All you need to do is smack Iago a couple times, and then that's it. Now, the good thing about this fight is you can damage Genie Jafar. It is possible. It might just be a little bit of damage, but it is possible to damage Genie Jafar himself. So, what you do need to do is cast Blizzard on him. Blizzard does work.
See ya. See ya.
Yeah, you are able to, like, example, you can cast Blizzard on him and it'll work, but it's not the best way to attack him. So the best way to really attack Genie Jafar is the lamp itself. And it's also funny because he will berate Iago for not doing his job or for not protecting him. And all Iago was doing is just flying around. So, pretty easy fight, honestly, for such a menacing character, I want to say. Jafar is really just easy. And then Iago will just rest down for a little bit, you know, and that's the perfect chance right now to wail on him. Use your party members to, like, get the jump on him, and that's it. Easy boss fight, honestly. I'm not upset about that. Strumph up for everyone. And that's Genie Jafar. I think that was one of the easier boss fights in the game,
Jafar,
I want to say.
Back to your lamp.
Attain the power of fire. Fire has been upgraded to Fire. Nice. We got two magic spell updates. Upgrades, not updates. Those footsteps sound very familiar. Someone took her. I wonder who it is.
Jasmine? Jasmine!
I like how in the cutscene right now we have Aladdin just frantically looking for Jasmine while we're just locking the keyhole. This one has got to be like one of my favorite keyhole locking scenes ever. I like how it just turns to gold. The keyhole just turns to gold, disappears. It's nice. I like that. It's like a nice little thing for how the world is.
Jasmine!
So we have some escape. We have some excuse to escape. This section of the entire Cave of Wonders, mind you, We did not come through this way. This is weird. This entire section of the Cape of Wonders is called the Escape section. I'll call it that. You wanna know the funny thing about this? You don't really need to do anything. You could just leave your controller down, take a bathroom break. You don't have to do anything. This is another section that you could just put the control down and you won't get penalized for it. Now, if you do die, the story does continue. It's not required. This is not a required section to complete. It's just an easy thing, you know. As you can see, I'm only pressing the circle button to flip, but it's kind of cool. You have yourself a nice little on-rail shooter. Not even an on-rail shooter. I would call this more of a an on-rail attacking section, and it's kind of short, just like that. Short, sweet, to the point. That is it. Cannot complain about anything else. That is that. That was that little section. Now, do I feel like was it needed for the Cape of Wonders? No, I don't think it was needed that much. But unfortunately, they added it in. Not unfortunately, but they added it in. But I think it's kind of neat, but I don't think it was really necessary. We could have just sealed the keyhole, and then we got to go back. I don't think anything would have been, you know, out of place with that little section there, to be honest.
Hello,
We can still have Aladdin feeling mopey and everything, and be like, oh, let's go find Jasmine together, and sort of being like, oh, I can't help you find Jasmine, but I promise I'm gonna find you. I can't take you with me.
For your freedom, Genie.
Ow!
Not even a smile, guys. Come on. This is a touching moment.
A deal's a deal, Genie. Now you can go anywhere you want. You're your own master. But if you can, it'd be great if you could go along with them and help Sora find Jasmine.
Sorry, Al. I'm done taking orders from others. But a favor? Now that's entirely different. I guess I could give that a try. After all, we're pals, right, Al?
Genie.
Just leave it to me!
That was cute. Nice little bow.
That smarmy vizier could have had him. If someone had stuck around to give him a hand.
Hey, I did my part. I brought the princess, didn't I?
Jafar was beyond.
Riku stole Jasmine. Uh-oh.
One should beware of letting it burn too fiercely.
Whoa, lighten up. I'm as cool as they come, okay? By the way, kid.
Let's make a note. I want to make a note of this real quick. This is like the second time Maleficent has made jabs to Hades or something along that line. So it made me believe, like, oh, Hades is going to have like a thing with Maleficent or something like that. And, you know, they never really elaborated on it. We already know Maleficent is the big bad of the Disney villain. Also, this cutscene. I have a problem with this cutscene too. The long pause of Riku realizing, oh my god, that's Kairi's body. Like, what is that? Why do we have such long pauses? I feel like it's a translation issue, something along those lines. Because it's not just the long pauses. It was when Jafar was also saying, hey, one of some who hold the key to opening the door, and then he made like a simple face, and we had to wait like 2-3 seconds in order for Donald and Goofy to say something. It's a translation issue or something like that. I found it weird. I also found it weird how, you know, Hades and Maleficent are, you know, beefing with each other. But that's not here or there. I'll explain it later. But yeah, if you think about it, we actually took down one of Maleficent's biggest bad goons. Yeah. Maleficent's biggest, baddest goons. That's crazy. We took down one of the Disney quartet. I'm gonna call him the League of Super Evil. Let's call him that, even though it's really not. But we did it. We took down Jafar, which means we're making a dent in Maleficent's plans. And we learned Green Trinity, and we got 3 wishes. Oh boy, there's a lot to explain. But that's gonna be all saved for next time. For the next episode. So next time on Kingdom Hearts, we're gonna be going forward, exploring what Agrabah has to offer for us in terms of the Green Trinity, and probably exploring the 100 Acre Wood. Alright? Anyway, that being said, y'all take it easy, take care, and I'll see you guys for the next one. Deuces.